YouTuber peoples out there all over the world. Welcome to Writers in the Storm. My wife and I have been writing screenplays and short stories for many years. We both worked in corporate world for a while, the corporate world, and this is our story about how we stepped away and how we travel in a RV across the country, got caught up in that, I don't know, the fad or I don't know what you'd call it, but there's a lot of people out there doing this now, probably over 1 million people is what I've heard. But this is our story, how it all began with a plot of land, a little Ranger F-150 pickup truck, a tractor, and pallet wood. A lot of pallet wood. Stay tuned. Watch this story. It's probably going to take me 2 or 3 videos to go through the phases. If you're out RVing and if you're trying to get out and see the world in an RV, you'll probably enjoy this because we went from several phases. The first thing that you need to know is we didn't have 2 nickels really that we could rub together when we first started doing this. So you'll see how we thought we were going to go out and live on some land, and then we went from one RV to the other to what we have today. And this is our story over the last few years. So just want to start with this first part, our land in 5 acres, and then moving from vehicle and what got us to take the leap, which a lot of you are probably watching this wondering if it's what you should do, take the leap into full-time RVing and the OMAD nomad lifestyle, which means 1 meal a day and traveling around the country without an address. Okay, so as all good videos should start with an opening or with some pallet wood, right? This is actually the doors to the garage of my brother's shed. He lives about 7 miles from the land that we purchased, and we put these pallet doors on the inside of his building, this little storage shed. Actually, it's big enough you could put a car in, but you're going to see a lot of pallet wood as we move through this and how we got it out to the land, all the things that we did to prep for it out there. So this is a good metaphor or example about if we can just open these doors into this new world, into a future that we really didn't know we were going to do, didn't fully understand, had a lot of questions about, watched a lot of videos. I mean, my gosh, watched videos on how to build this little building, this 12 by 16 shed, which we're about to show you, how to cut up pallet wood, how to run a tractor, how to use certain air powered tools just to be able to do the things that we did. So this is how it really all started with us. We bought 5 acres several miles from my brother's property, and we liked it out there. It was beautiful. There was some great views all around us to all different sides. We were out there early in the spring, probably the first time when we tried to stake out where the edges were. We put a little porta potty that I built out there in a bucket, so that would be what do they call it? Human manure. But anyway, there's the little. I misspoke earlier. That's a Ford Ranger, not an F-150, and that's it stacked to the top, and that trailer there with the wood that we need to go out to the land. So that's our main vehicle for in the beginning of this. We just loaded up that trailer with everything that we could find. In actuality, the house that we were living in at the time belonged to my wife's parents, and the downstairs had just tons of wood because it had all kinds of food storage shelves in there, and a lot of it had mold growing on it, so that wouldn't be able to stay there, and the family needed to sell the house, so we cleared it all out. So between pallet wood and what I was just laying around, because Bob, bless his heart, never threw anything away in his life. So we took that, and you can even see in the back of the truck there a propane tank which was actually full, which is still out on our property. My little brother, who lives a few miles, as I said, from us, had this type of vehicle sitting there. We bought it from him for about $300. We thought we were going to live in it, drive out there, because in the beginning we were actually sleeping in the back of that F-150. Sorry, that Ranger pickup truck. We were living in the back of it. And so we bought this one just exactly like this from my brother for about $300. Barely got it back into South Jordan. That's a suburb of Salt Lake City. Went inside it, looked at it. There was just too much mold. We'd hoped that we could just be able to sleep in it at night. But there was no way that we could do that. So we had to come up with plan B. And that was to just literally take a jigsaw saw I did and just cut the whole back end off. And by the time I got through doing that, it looked like this. And then we had to shorten the frame. We were going to turn it into a little flatbed. So when I got it to this far, then there was just a ton of things we had to do. And over time, we decided it wasn't the route to go. I had a acquaintance, a neighbor in the neighborhood who worked on vehicles. He really wanted it, and so we borrowed my friend's flatbed F350. Thanks so much, Ricky, and hooked up a trailer and just brought a lot of this stuff out there, multiple trips using his truck. I always wondered why he hasn't called me. And you can see in the background our future there, that RV on the other side of the fence. But we went to a place locally in town, bought pallets. We took it out to our property, went through some tires, which was really exciting. Went back and got more pallets and went through some more tires. So just an exciting time for us. Went around to different locations in town and picked up from stores in their back, and I tore down these pallets and restacked them, threw away the bad lumber, kept the good stuff, and then we went out there and took this along with a lot of other materials out to the property here and went to work on building this shed that I hope that we could maybe sleep in, not live in, but sleep in, and then I could turn it into a kind of a workroom, like just a place to do all the building, the construction that I wanted to do on other things out on our land. So this is it with the walls. We had it slanted slightly so to the south so we could put some solar up on it. And this is just different looks of it and different phases of it as we're trying to prepare it. Get it all the way complete so that I could work out of it like a work shed. And then you can see what we did with the pallets. We put them all along the outside of it. It looked really nice when we got done. This is my brother here. You got to have a brother if you really want to get your land cleared out. This is my little brother, Chris, and that's his tractor that he's got underneath his tarp. So we ended up getting that from Joe, my other little brother, who purchased it from him. Unfortunately, that little brother of mine took his life. He was going through a lot of really difficult times and struggles. And a sad thing is, like I said, we lost him to suicide. He was really ill. Anyway, I got that tractor, took it out on the land. We got it all the way from another part of Utah, brought it all the way out to Joe's, which was, like I said, a few miles up the street. But I, in the interim, went to the house and loaded up some of the stuff that we needed that was too heavy for me to put in the back, and then I went out and started to work, clear the land, so that we could hopefully get one of these RVs out here and work and sleep in the RV. And then we got this baby, and this is where everything changed for us. This is Storm and Norman, and that's how we became Riders in the Storm. Alrighty, take number 365-1 or something. Whew. In the beginning of this vlog, for some reason my voice isn't lining up with the audio. I'll figure it out. Stop typing. But at any rate, we got this Fleetwood Storm came into our lives. It's a 1997 Fleetwood Storm, has no side outs, has a V8 Chevy engine in it. It was really too small for us, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Our plan was for me to go out there and for us to go out there on the weekends, do some work on our building and the other things on the property, and have a place when we got tired at the end of the night, because, as I haven't probably stated yet, it's probably about 5 hours, 6 hours from where we were currently living in South Jordan, Utah, out to some property, let's see, about 37 miles from West Wendover, Nevada. Yeah. So it was quite a drive to go out there, take a bunch of material out there. We really wanted to just work and then stay in the rig. That's where we kind of started with the RV thing, where it became more incorporated into our lives. And the current property that we were living on, or the house we were living in, again, was owned by Patty's family, and they really wanted to sell the property and had convinced us that it was really too big for us. We were thinking of purchasing it. At any rate, we decided that we were going to just move to that property, and we just needed to build some things out there, from some infrastructure, some roads, flatten off the land, so on and so forth, put another couple of buildings out there. So we needed this vehicle to help stay up there, extend our stay, if you will. Anyway, this is what's going to happen now. Is we're going to go into the next video is going to talk about what we call Storm and Norman, and that's where we came up with the idea to be riders in the storm, that particular storm vehicle. So I'm rambling. I apologize for that. Like and subscribe if you like this video. The next one should be labeled something about being a Southwood Fleetwood Storm, and the things we did inside of it to make it more livable for us. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button as we go through our story moving forward. We've been traveling around the country. We've already stayed in a lot of tremendous places. I had to put a YouTube video out already. You can find that on our channel about Yuma, LTVA. Just had to do that because it's such a nice place and a lot of really nice people down there. It's a great place to go in the winter. Go check that video out. It'll really help you see why we picked that particular place rather than Quartzsite or some of the other places that are possible for people to go to in the winter. Snowbirds. Anyway, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for taking the time to watch this one.